Today is Wednesday, January the 7th of 2026. My name is Tom, and welcome to your Ready Core Daily Brief. On today's episode, not every risk deserves equal attention. Learn how to focus on the ones that matter most to your family. We'll get there in just a second. Let's get you up to speed with the latest from the RISAT team and the Daily Sit Rep.
This is your AmCon Daily Sit Rep for January the 7th, 2026. Up first today, a significant cybersecurity threat has been uncovered involving the Dark Spectre group. Over the past 7 years, this group infected more than 8.8 million users through malicious browser extensions across Chrome, Edge, and Firefox. This was a slow, deliberate, and highly organized operation that exploited the trust users place in browser extensions. Experts recommend reviewing and removing any unused or untrusted browser extensions to protect yourself from potential data theft. In health news, recent findings suggest that common over-the-counter pain relievers, particularly non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs or NSAIDs, may increase the risk of heart disease and stroke when used in higher doses and for extended periods. Those with pre-existing conditions such as high blood pressure, diabetes, or kidney problems, and individuals over 75, are especially at risk. Alternatives like acetaminophen and non-drug therapies such as physical therapy and heat or ice treatments are advised. Always consult your healthcare provider before starting or continuing any medication regimen. Turning to legal and consumer protection, property deed fraud is on the rise nationwide. This scam involves criminals fraudulently recording deeds or liens on properties without owners' knowledge, potentially resulting in unauthorized loans or sales. Property owners should monitor official records, secure mail, and sign up for property fraud alert services offered by many counties to protect themselves. Prompt reporting to local law enforcement is crucial if fraud is suspected. In retail news, Wegmans grocery stores in New York City have begun collecting biometric data from shoppers, including facial recognition, eye scans, and voice prints. The company states this is to enhance security and prevent illegal activities. This raises questions about the future of biometric data collection in in-person shopping experiences. Consumers are encouraged to stay informed and engage with local legislators on privacy concerns related to biometric data. Finally, a reminder to stay vigilant amid ongoing protests and potential civil unrest nationwide. Multiple demonstrations are scheduled today, including rallies in Chicago, Manhattan, and Albany. Maintain situational awareness, know your exits, and report any suspicious activity to authorities and the RISAT team via regional signal chats or alerts. Now, for today's weather. A storm system will bring snow to the Four Corners region, with widespread showers and thunderstorms expected from the plains to the Midwest and Mississippi Valley on Thursday. There is a risk of flash flooding and severe weather across the lower Mississippi and Tennessee valleys on Friday. Heavy mountain snow will continue through Thursday in the Cascades and parts of the interior West. Temperatures will remain well above average in much of the central and eastern U.S., while the western U.S. experiences chillier conditions. In the Northwest, 2 more cold fronts will bring continued heavy mountain snow, and high winds may cause tree and power line damage in Southern California mountains through Thursday evening. Looking ahead on the Ready Core calendar, important upcoming events include the Broward County, Florida chapter meetup on January 13th in Sunrise, FL. The NWFL January Winter Camp from January 15th to 18th in Ebro, FL, and the 3rd Annual Illinois Winter Camping Event from January 16th to 18th at Starved Rock State Park in Oglesby, IL. Members are encouraged to register and participate to enhance their preparedness skills and community involvement. That's the AmCon Daily Sit Rep for today. Members can access the American Contingency Members-Only site to get the full report and more in-depth analysis of today's stories, along with practical preparedness tips, training opportunities, and resources to help you, your family, and your neighborhood stay crisis ready.
So when the Johnsons sat down to build their risk list, it was long. Everything from tornadoes to pandemics and power outages. Ryan felt overwhelmed. Man, we can't prepare for all of this. But then Emma said, yeah, maybe not, but we don't have to. They grabbed a marker, drew 2 columns, and labeled them how likely and how bad. And then they started scoring each one. In 10 minutes, their focus shifted from fear to clarity. Preparedness isn't about predicting every crisis. It's about prioritizing the ones that are both likely and impactful. That's how you get smart about your time, your energy, and your money. Let's try this. List your 5 top events or disruptions, and then for each one, ask 2 questions. Number 1, how likely is this to happen in my area? And number 2, if it did happen, how severely would it affect my family's daily life? Right? That's how likely and how bad. Score each one of them from 1 to 5, where 1 is low and 5 is high, and then add up the scores. The highest total are your true priorities. The chances are the top of your list won't be very dramatic. It'll be boring, regular, everyday things like a power outage, job interruptions, or bad weather. But actually, that's good news. It means you can take practical steps that build capability across multiple scenarios. By focusing where probability and impact intersect, you'll make meaningful progress instead of spreading yourself thin and just chasing the headlines. So tonight, I want you to pick your top 3 risks and give each one a score for likelihood and impact. You can even make a longer list if you want. Then commit to addressing the highest one first this month in January. That's how clarity turns into progress. All right, tomorrow we'll talk about connecting those risks to real solutions, how you bridge awareness into action by mapping risk to preparedness categories. As always, thanks for listening to your ReadyCore Daily Brief. If you're already a member, that's awesome. Check out today's resources on the members-only platform. And if you're not, AmericanContingency.com is the place to get started. I'm Tom Rigsby. Stay alert, stay ready, and we'll talk again tomorrow.